Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Health Solutions with Shawn and Janet Needham, where Team Needham discusses everything healthcare. I'm your host, Shawn Needham, and I am super excited to have Dr. Darren Wayne on our show today, aka the Food Guru. I found him on LinkedIn, and if you're not on LinkedIn, or you are not on LinkedIn, be on LinkedIn, and if you are on LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn. And he is going to be discussing how to eat healthy on the cheap. We talk all the time about there's many misnomers out there about how it's expensive to eat healthy, and that is absolutely not true. I've talked about that many different times and gave you examples of how you can eat healthy on the cheap, and it's actually much better for you, and long term it's much cheaper for you for sure. So I'm super excited to have Dr. Wayne on today. He is going to be talking about where you can get good healthy food on the cheap. So Dr. Wayne, without further ado, welcome to our show.
Hello there. Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your history, your education history, and how you got into food science.
Of course. Well, unlike most of my colleagues, I did not learn about food once I went to college. I was raised understanding how food works, and of course, how important it is to use food to heal the body, and also what food can harm your body. So I was raised with this knowledge, and so of course I was always interested in food and science, and so I became a food scientist.
And so your formal training was in food science?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
Since the 90s, so a few decades now.
Yeah, good for you, good for you. So tell us a little bit about your program. I'm going to go ahead and stream your website a little bit here. Tell us a little bit about this. Is this what we're going to be talking about?
Yes, that's right. Well, the food these days has become saturated with pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, GMOs, toxic fertilizers, and this is the food that people eat these days. And so several years ago, I decided to stop recommending simply going to the stores or health food stores, just buying what's there and eating that and hope and pray that you can find food that's not too contaminated that can actually heal your body. I couldn't do that anymore. So I actually semi-retired at that time, thinking to myself, I can't recommend anyone eat anything anymore. So either I had to quit or find soil that was still healthy enough to grow food that we can actually eat and improve our health daily. Because as time went on, I never saw this eventually. People had to buy 3-4 times more food just to receive a little more benefits. It became not only inconvenient, but extremely expensive. So I created what I call now MealBetix, which is part of the MealBetix lifestyle. And I found soil, by the way, after so many soil samples and draining my life savings, because soil samples are pretty expensive, I finally found it, a few small patches of gardens that are somehow untouched by the toxic world. And I grow 15 superfoods in this soil for you and I to enjoy. And it's delicious, and it's for all ages, from fetus to senior citizen.
Well, that's really incredible. So tell us where you grow this food and how you grow uncontaminated food.
Right. So
farming
because the soil is so rare, of course, it's not like I just advertise it everywhere. Oh, it's right there. Just drive up there and pick up it anytime you like. Right. Well, no. Finding the soil was like finding a hidden diamond mine. Yeah. I mean, sure, it's extremely valuable, but would you want to tell everyone where it is? Nevertheless, the soil samples that I took verifies how clean the soil is. It is literally the last 100% clean food in the country, and we eat it every day. There's no other food like this. Believe me, I searched. Soil this healthy is not available anywhere. I even took soil samples in people's gardens, in backyards, front yards, where you would never think anything's been contaminated. It's all contaminated. That's how sad it is right now.
Right.
And we're losing about 1 million acres per year of farmland soil just from contamination alone. And so this MealBetix is literally the future, not only the future of food, but the future of our health. What else are we going to eat out there? And we rely on this every single day. It's a complete food. It has more protein than steak, plenty of fiber, and what's best, all your nutrition. I didn't add nutrition. It was already there. That's the power of eating truly 100% clean food.
So give me an example of what is this food, this superfood you're talking about?
Yeah, so 15 superfoods. I call them superfoods because they are literally grown in super soil. And on the website, you'll see exactly all the ingredients. I didn't add anything else. I didn't take anything away. I didn't even cook it or process it. It's all freeze-dried. So you can also utilize the power of raw food, which is really the only way your body assimilates nutrition anyway, is if it's raw. So the fact that you can receive all your nutrition as well, can you imagine how much money that's going to save you on supplementation? That alone is a miracle these days, that's for sure. But all the ingredients are right there on the homepage. You can see everything there. It's listed, 15 superfoods, and it even has a slight cinnamon taste because, well, I added cinnamon to it. I only grew what I can grow in the soil, and I was able to grow all of these. So it's just a tremendous blessing for all of us.
Well, where do we find the ingredients on your webpage so we can go over
Yes,
those?
Scroll down to the bottom to the FAQs.
Okay.
There it is, FAQs. And then you'll see the ingredients. Just click right on it, and it's right there for you. I have the entire label for you to see right there as well.
So you grow all these ingredients in that non-contaminated soil we're talking about?
Yes. Technically the farmers do, since I'm not a farmer, but yes.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It's all grown in this tremendously healthy soil. And it's nothing short of a miracle that I was able to find it. So, and now I'm able to provide this to everyone. And what's even better is because there's no food corruption, which is what makes, the supposed healthy food out there more expensive, because MealBetix doesn't have to endure food corruption and inflation and raise prices like everyone else does. I'm able to get the price all the way down to around $3. That's cheaper than junk food. That's cheaper than fast food. Not only can you save hundreds of dollars every month on your food bill, never have to buy supplementation ever again, but you could literally replace 2 meals every single day or replace 2 snacks every single day. And that's all you have to do. Just mix it in water. It is extremely convenient, extremely powerful, and you will start noticing a difference immediately.
So tell us about these images of these people. What is this all about?
Yes, when you click on that,
okay.
So sorry for these people, by the way. When you click on each bullet point, you'll see a pop-up. There you go. And it explains how food, truly 100% clean food, can correct so many problems in your body. Obviously, everyone knows the healthier you eat, the healthier you become. So, this isn't, anything new by any means. But can you imagine eating food that can actually make your body healthier? I mean, that's what eating healthier is supposed to mean. But unfortunately, for so many people, no matter how healthy they eat, they just can't get healthy. But nevertheless, when you click on each bullet point for each body part, you'll see what eating healthy food can do for that part of your body. I just thought of throwing that in so people can actually see in real time what will be happening once you start eating MealBetix.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like your website and these
Thank you.
These little dots on your health. So okay, so what does the program entail? Tell us a little bit more about what the program entails.
Yeah, so it's called the MealBetix Lifestyle, and it's very simple. You replace your breakfast and lunch, any 2 meals a day that you want, and you mix it in a 12-ounce cup of water, and that becomes your full meal. It's a complete meal. Now, you can't mix too much, obviously. If you're used to eating, steak and potatoes at every meal, probably just 2 tablespoons isn't enough. You can put 3 or 4 tablespoons. I myself, before I work out, I'll put 4 tablespoons or sometimes 5 tablespoons. So it has more protein than steak, and that means you could build muscle, you can gain weight, or you can lose weight, depending on if you work out or not. It's such a powerful and versatile food, and everyone can take advantage of this. But that's the entire program. That's the entirety. Replace 2 meals or 2 snacks every day with MealBetix, and that's it. Nothing fancy to do. No hard exercises that you have to do to receive any benefits. In fact, when you exercise, you will get far more benefit from your exercises while you're replacing your meals or snacks each day with MealBetix. And many bodybuilders even have commented on them not having to load up on so much powder just to get that energy or that bulk or to create dense muscle. They just need far less MealBetix than those big tubs of processed protein. So and then you have the housewife, and you have the children, you have grandparents, you have the athlete, you have the office worker. Everyone benefits from MealBetix. You can take the cans with you wherever you go, because you know how contaminated everything is out there on the road, right? There's nothing healthy to eat out there. Not even if you're just vegan. Where are you going to find anything healthy? So you can take the cans with you. You can stock up on it. Oh, let's not forget the preppers in this country, including the vegan preppers, the keto preppers, the organic preppers, doomsday preppers, all the preppers too. They stock up on MealBetix because it has a 3-year shelf life, even after opening. I could talk about MealBetix all day long.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do, right? So
right, that's what I do. Yes.
What would be the average customer that could benefit from? What's your average customer that benefits from MealBetix?
Yes, I would say the current demographics is between 35 and 55-year-old, both men and women. It seems to be almost equal. And they range from those who simply just want to get healthier and want to, of course, experience what the last 100% clean food tastes like and feels like, all the way to preppers, survivalists that want to stock up. And I do actually now have a wholesale price for everybody that they can take advantage of, which brings the price way down to just a few bucks per meal. So I'm just so excited about being able to provide real food to people, because this generation, we've never eaten food this healthy before. We haven't. Even the last generation, most likely no one's ever eaten 100% clean food their whole life. And this generation is sicker than the last generation. So right. We need this food now more than ever before. So it is literally for everybody.
And then what do you recommend on top of this? Because you can't live on MealBetix alone. What do you recommend on top of it?
Right. Some people actually do live on MealBetix, especially, like I said, when they're on the road or traveling or hiking or camping and there's nothing else for them to eat. They will take a few cans of MealBetix with them and live on it. They can. Wow. You can, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you have to. So that's why I say replace 2 meals or 2 snacks each day. Because that third meal, dinner, for example, will be a meal that you prepare for yourself. And it could be organic steamed vegetables with wild-caught fish or organic chicken on the side. So, I mean, I also help you provide some some ideas for a nice dinner you can make for yourself, as healthy as you can make it, of course. But my idea is, as long as most of the food that you consume each day, if at least most of it is 100% clean, then the rest of the time, even if it's not as healthy as preparing a nice healthy meal for yourself, even if it was terribly unhealthy, at least if most of your meals that day and or snacks are 100% clean food, then you will still experience progress every single day, your health increasing. I've seen people smoke, drink, eat Twinkies all day long, but in between mix MealBetix and still their health improves.
Yeah.
So that's what's so convenient about the MealBetix lifestyle. You don't have to force yourself to give up everything that is unhealthy, even though you should. You can work up to it, right? You can take baby steps. Right. Because most people, they have so many food addictions that keep them unhealthy, and they could be very strong, almost as strong as quitting smoking. So I don't expect anyone to suddenly just stop eating unhealthy and only eat MealBetix, although that would be wonderful. But MealBetix is designed to integrate with your current lifestyle, with your current diet. And then as time goes on, you can wean yourself. You'll find these unhealthy cravings disappear over time. So yes, this is what the MealBetix lifestyle can do for you.
Awesome. So it's probably pretty obvious what you have a passion for, but go ahead and tell us what's your passion?
Ever since I was a little boy, and I saw my mother helping very sick people, I would see them go in to her office in a wheelchair, and a few weeks later, walk in. This had a tremendous influence on my life. I've always wanted to provide food to people that can really show change in their health, something that they can see and feel quickly. And so it became my passion to always provide food for people, because my whole life I saw both. I saw food heal people, and I saw food injure people, or should I say fake food injure people. So my passion is to provide food, the healthiest food I can possibly find on this earth, and provide it to people that need it and want to experience health like they've never felt before.
Awesome. So if people have questions or want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach out? The website?
Yes, my website. They can go directly to MealBetix.com. They can also email me, ask@MealBetix.com. And I will always respond promptly to anyone that sends a message. But you can order this right now while this discount is in place, and it's a very generous one. Like I said, I have the benefit of not having to raise prices because of food corruption. There's no food corruption with the MealBetix lifestyle. Everything is very cheap. Cheaper than junk food. So yes, right. Not only can you get healthier, but save money, but it's also really cheap. So you have the best of both worlds.
And in our last minutes, as we wind up the podcast, how would you like to? What are the last two sentences you'd like to say, Dr. Wayne?
These days, if you're not eating 100% clean food every day, you are risking your health and your life in this very polluted world. So please start eating the last 100% clean food we have left before they contaminate that too. Please hurry. And I'll see you there.
All right. Thank you, Wayne, so much. One of our major goal of this podcast is to educate and empower consumers on how to take charge of their health. And I think you've helped us realize that goal. So thank you so much.
Oh, it's been my pleasure, Shawn. Thank you.
All right. And listeners and viewers, tune in Monday. We will have Tammy Lopez. She is a fellow pharmacist, and she is going to be talking about drug nutrient depletion. We've known about this for years, but You want to tune into this one because she's an expert on the subject, and there are certain drugs that you might be taking that are depleting certain nutrients that you don't know about, and it can make you unhealthy. So 12:30 to 1:30, as always, Pacific Standard Time, Monday. Tune in to Health Solutions with Shawn and Janet Needham so you can learn about that. And we thank you for tuning in today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Moses Lake Professional Pharmacy YouTube channel, so you don't miss any episodes. Thank you for tuning in.